excellent news! The Jersey Shore is ending! Hey! We did it! We did it! USA! USA! Oh, who wants a confetti canister? Welcome to Attack of the Show! Hi, everybody. I'm Michael Ian Black. Bill Nye, the world's most famous scientist in a bow tie. He's going to be here to get some stuff off his manly chest.
Yeah.
And later, comedian Dave Hill will be here live and tastefully nude. Oh, no, I apologize. Tasteful Nudes is the name of his new book. He will actually be wearing clothes.
Aww.
We hope.
Aww.
And now, let's see how Candace is. Hello, Candace!
Hey, Michael, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. You seem a little off today.
I do?
Yeah, you seem a little sad.
No. I mean, I ate some bad chicken, but other than that, I'm fine.
I did too.
Oh, you did?
The other day.
Oh, that's why you were absent, right. Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of chicken that comes once a month and causes debilitating cramps. I know that chicken. I eat that sometimes.
It was a lot of things, I told you. We're not even going to go into that today. I'm blushing again.
You brought it up. All I'm saying is you brought it up.
Well, I'm very excited that you're here today, and you have some confetti all in your hair.
Yeah?
You should leave
and it's
it.
staying there.
Okay, good. And around the net, we have got Dancing Grandpas and Nick Cage acting like Nick Cage, which is always ATN worthy. Then we'll show you some app games based on movies like The Dark Knight Rises and The Amazing Spider-Man. Because everyone knows apps make everything better. But for now, back to you.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
I have shocking news for you to start the day off. Apparently, pens are enormous. I will explain. Apparently, some dainty hands cannot handle a regular man-sized ballpoint, which is why Bic released Bic for Her, a line of pens aimed at ladies and their terrifying baby-like fingers. The packaging boasts beautifully smooth, easy glide action, which frankly make them sound like tiny dildos. But the best part is that the Bic for Her pens have inspired some truly heartfelt reviews on Amazon, including this one-star review posted by No Good Man Hands. I bought this pen, in error, evidently, to write my reports of each day's tree felling activities in my job as a lumberjack. It is no good. It slips from between my calloused, gnarly fingers like a gossamer thread gently descending to earth between two giant redwood trunks. But this week, in a shocking expose, Business Insider released information saying these sexy lady-only pens are, in fact, exactly the same size and shape as regular man pens. Outrage, shock, horror, yes! Yes! Yes, stop yelling at me, I didn't do it! The only difference is these pens cost 70% more. There's an explanation. Making things pink and sparkly might be nice for the ladies, but it is prohibitively expensive. Just ask the makers of these pink crystal-studded Ethernet cables. What? Yes, and they're also available in hot pink because regular old pink might not be flamboyant enough for you childbearing magpies. Let's talk about another thing ladies like, babies. In the biggest news to come out of Delaware since they made the ladybug the state insect back in 1974, 3 daycare workers have been accused of creating a toddler fight club. What? I know. The ladies of the appropriately named Hands of Our Future daycare were caught coercing 2 3-year-olds to duke it out, probably in a ring made of Duplo blocks or a Lincoln Log Thunderdome. When questioned about the fight club, Dover Police Captain Tim Stump said, the kids, I know, Tim Stump, it's funny. Quote, the kids were just wailing on each other. I mean, punching, slapping, pinching, throwing each other into tables. As a parent of two, I am outraged. But also, it sounds pretty cool. My only question is, how did anyone even find out about this? Seems to me someone's been breaking the first 3 rules of Toddler Fight Club. Rule number 1, don't talk about Toddler Fight Club. Rule number 2, don't talk about toddler, whatever. Rule number 3, if you are going to talk about Toddler Fight Club, for God's sake, don't do what these ladies did and film it with your cell phone camera. On the other hand, that's also how he ended up with other entertaining infant street fighting films like Bloodsquirt, Enter the Magic Dragon, and Over the Tots. But on the other hand, providing the authorities with indisputable evidence of your secret underground baby fights may not be a really sound strategy. There's no point in going to jail over what would otherwise be good, clean fun, especially since it's pretty obvious that the Delaware Toddler Fight Club is just a franchise of the real Toddler Fight Club. I've never met the guy who started it, but they say he never sleeps. They say he's a genius.
Mr. June.
Yeah, man.
Gotta go home now.
Hold on. Before you leave, I want you to do me a favor.
Okay.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Why?
Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I've never been in a fight. Have you?
No.
How much can you know about yourself if you've never been in a fight before? So hit me. Come on. Hit me before I lose my nerve. Come on. Let it rip. Come on.
We'll get in trouble.
Who gives a Nobody's watching. What do you care? Come on. Hit me. Come on. Just hit me. Hit. Oh. Mother. You hit me in the balls.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's perfect. That doesn't concern you?
Imaginary friend. Doctor said it's a phase.
Still, don't you think you should stop him?
Last time I tried, told me my were too big. I figure it's better to let him work it out of his system.
It's probably best.
Adorable. And now it's time for a Michael Ian Black opinion piece presented by Michael Ian Black and Laramie Cigarettes. Hi, I'm Michael Ian Black. And if you've ever used the internet before, chances are you've come across one of these and ended up saying this. These word verification procedures are called CAPTCHAs, or completely automated public Turing tests to tell computers and humans apart. And it is such a long-winded and dumb name for something, you can tell a human came up with it without having to use a CAPTCHA. But in an effort to beat the bots that can bypass them, CAPTCHAs are becoming virtually impossible for humans to solve. So much so that 1 in 5 visitors will leave a website rather than complete a CAPTCHA, while the other 4 decide that buying these Black Eyed Peas concert tickets really are worth all the hassle. No matter how difficult the CAPTCHAs are to solve, these bots keep finding a way to solve them. So why can't these bots help solve other internet problems I have, like disabling pop-ups on porn sites, automatically deleting forwarded emails from my relatives, or disabling pop-ups on porn sites? CAPTCHAs have gotten so hard to read and so difficult to answer, it's time we start using other ways to tell humans from robots. How about security questions like, do you have an on-off switch? Do you eat batteries for breakfast? Or do you know how to disable pop-ups on porn sites? Or how about the most obvious security question, are you a robot? Whatever we end up doing, CAPTCHAs have got to go because they just don't work anymore. And to prove it, I will take the test now to tell computers and humans apart right now. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay, I don't know what that says. Does that say leg table? Eatable? Incredible? I have no idea what that says. It's totally illegible. maybe they do work. Or maybe I'm just a really good robot. Still ahead, Bill Nye the Science Guy will be here to confront the creationist and prove he's not dead. So don't go anywhere.
All summer long, join me and Sarah Underwood as we welcome more special guest hosts like Kumail Nanjiani, Dave Holmes, John Barrowman, and Ben Schwartz.
Our next guest believes in some crazy voodoo magic thing they call science.
Evolution is the fundamental idea in all of life science, in all of biology. It's very much analogous to trying to do geology without believing in tectonic plates. You're just not going to get the right answer. Your whole world is just going to be a mystery instead of an exciting place. And I say to the grown-ups, if you want to deny evolution and live in your world that's completely inconsistent with everything we observe in the universe, that's fine. But don't make your kids do it, because we need them. We need scientifically literate voters and taxpayers for the future. We need people that can, we need engineers that can build stuff, solve problems.
Bill Nye!
Yes, thank you all. Crazy as cookie.
Did I pronounce that right? It's called science, is that
It's
right?
close. It's very much like that.
Okay.
I think it was skio for a long time, but it is, if I may, all Greek to me.
Uh-huh. Wow.
But I think actually skio
That's the
would
smartest joke that's ever been made on this show.
That I'm sure is pretty easy to document if you have hours and hours. Nope, that's it. No, but skio would be Latin instead of Greek. Get it?
No.
So, okay.
Well, let me start off by saying, thrilled you're alive.
I know. Thank you.
There's rumors of your
It
demise.
happens every year.
Why?
My belief is that when people go back to college, they get time on their hands and they start going through their back issues of the Onion. I say issues; these would be things on that the computer the kids use.
Yep. Heard
And
of that.
the Onion killed me. It's going to be several years ago.
How did they kill you?
With
With jokes?
a weather, no, I mean, maybe. Weather balloon, depends what you consider. A weather balloon and vinegar and baking soda, but let the record show. If you mix vinegar and baking soda, you get
Vinegar and baking soda.
carbon dioxide.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say carbon dioxide.
And so carbon dioxide is heavier than air. So this stuff traditionally in a weather balloon is referred to as your lifting gas, your helium, your hydrogen.
Yep.
If you use carbon dioxide, it's your sinking gas. And that was, I think, a trick. But anyway, ever since then, every year, about August or so, I'm dead. But I'm very happy to be not dead, so this is all good.
Not as happy as we are.
Yeah.
So we saw a clip from this video that you made.
Now, you say I made. I mean, I was there being interviewed about a whole bunch of other stuff, some science education issues. And
Well,
this
all we care
website.
about is the controversial stuff.
Yeah, I know. And so they asked me this company, can I say the other company on this
Sure.
network? Big Think, asked me about creationism, and it's something of deep concern to me, creationism, because it's holding us back.
And in the video, you say because it's incompatible with what we know to be true in the
Yes.
world. And so, let me ask you this: is creationism is it always incompatible with evolution and with science?
So far, and we're using, look, just because the hair-splitting people be out there putting this on the internet, the word creationism, as used in the United States, is this belief that the first couple pages of the Bible, as translated into English from some ancient languages, is literally true. That the Earth is literally less than 10,000 years old. That the moon literally creates its own light instead of reflecting sunlight. And that those things are not right. That's not right. So let go, people.
You're totally wrong, I guess. The moon creates its own light, Bill. Doesn't it?
How are we doing on time?
The video got a lot of heat.
I know, man, a couple million views.
And were you
so
surprised?
That's good. Yeah, I'm very surprised because I did the thing. Just if those of you watching this live, what is today? August 30th,
Sure.
2012. I did it in June, almost May, and so it sat there, it languished all that time until someone had the brilliant marketing idea. No, listen to me. Okay, here's what we're going to do. It was the same video, but they put creationism is bad for kids, which I didn't literally say, but I'm not in a position.
You basically said it. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you said creationism is bad for kids, Bill.
Yeah,
I don't want to put the words in your mouth.
But I'll put them in now. Yeah, it's bad. And,
Yeah.
and the reason it's bad, I was born in the U.S. I don't know any better. Okay, so I am...
The U.S. or Kenya, Bill? With these crazy socialist Marxist ideas of yours.
Let me tell you what else. I don't know. Okay? People give me some paperwork. But at this point in our story, I'm like 4.5. I look at my feet imprints. Are they mine? You know, I take people's word for it, all right?
Faith-based education is what I hear you promoting right now.
Let's
You're
not
taking
lose
their
the
word
thread.
for it.
Let's not lose the thread.
All right.
We want the United States. Oh, we're on television right now. We have lights. We have all these this wonderful flooring material. All right. None of this would be here without science. None of this would be here without engineers who understood how to manufacture things at a reasonable cost so that this fabulous network could have these things here. And this goes back a couple of centuries with the United States. I mean, you start with Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Alva Edison, George Washington Carver, the guys who get all these vaccines, Salk, and now you got your Billy Bob Gates and your Mark Zuckerberg. These people are innovators. They understand science. They use science to make things and solve problems. That's what we need.
Right.
If you have a worldview that is wrong or incompatible with everything that we can observe in the universe,
you end up with the Sistine Chapel or something stupid that.
No, as a matter of fact, in that example, in the example of the Sistine Chapel, it's the Catholic Church accepts evolution nominally. They accept that there's life elsewhere in the universe. They don't fight this battle. No, it's a unique, very, very small group that's quite vocal.
And there was a Gallup poll I saw. 46% of Americans believe in creation.
Yeah, so I'm open-minded, of course, and skeptical, but I wonder about the phrasing of that question. 50% of people don't believe in science. I mean,
you don't buy it?
Well, it's troubling. Because the United States is so good at science. People throw around the term Silicon Valley all the time. Those are all engineers. Those are all math and science people.
So we hear about creationism. We also hear about climate change as being controversial.
Yes.
And why is it? Why are these things so controversial in any way? Why can't people just accept the science?
Well, if I were king, I'm the funnest, and I'm not. So I think for most people it's unbelievable. It's literally incredible. That is to say, you are a senator from Oklahoma, you grow up in wide open space, your neighbors are really far away from you, and you literally can't imagine that people could change the climate of a whole planet. However, consider this following, if you would. Please, consider the following. If you go back to when I was a kid, there were 3 billion people in the world. I remember when it became 3 billion, around 1965. And then now there's 7 billion. There used to be 300 parts per million of carbon dioxide in the world, like shortly after World War II. Now there's 400. Right. So it's not just that there's a lot of people and there's a lot of carbon dioxide and methane and other greenhouse gases. It's that it's going so fast. Right. This is the thing, this is the key, everybody, is the speed has never been this high.
So things are changing. We're seeing sort of climate evolution, so to speak, at work.
So all these people living on a pretty small planet, and if you look at the Earth from outer space, the atmosphere is this little thing. It's like the layer of varnish on the globe, as the saying goes. So these people, among which we are whom, are changing the world. And so we want to address this right away. And so I say to everybody, since I have this forum, Michael.
Yes,
He's
Bill.
dozed off. The guy's dozed off. Since just before you vote this year, take the environment into account. No matter what plans you have to vote, no matter if you're voting for president or your congressman or senator or your local alderman or whatever it is, take the environment into account. It's serious business. It affects everybody in the world because
We all live in the environment.
that's right. We all share the atmosphere. You can't get away from that. We're all share the air.
On that note, thank you, Bill
Thank you
Nye,
for
the
the
science guy. Always informative.
Next time we've got to be funnier.
You were funny. It was informative. Candace.
Still ahead, we've got a new look for Nicolas Cage and Around the Net right after this. We've got some people that are very excited in the audience today. I like the energy. Yeah!
It's the dress. It's that gorgeous dress you're wearing.
Why, thank you. I think it's H&M. Now, Michael, if I've learned anything from working on this show, it's this. No matter how boring the sport is, you can always count on a hero from the bleachers to jazz things up. Like this grandpa at the U.S. Open who gets down.
I hope you don't mean literally.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
Okay, I just want to say we would not be laughing if at the end of the video he didn't get up. He dies, so Grandpa lives. Yay!
Wow.
Oh, what?
6 weeks after that video, he hurt his hip during the thing. And 6 weeks later, he went in, he got an infection, and he died. It was
That's
Grandpa's
really
time
sad.
to go, so he went
was?
down a hole, yeah.
Down a hole.
Ma, Grandpa fell down the hole again. No, he's fine, he's fine.
Oh, he's fine.
I made that up. I totally
Oh,
made that
thank you, because he's so cute and he's dancing and he makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
Are you good at tennis?
Am I good at tennis?
Yeah. Do you like tennis? Do you like watching it?
I know everything about tennis.
You do?
I know all the top players. I know the rules. I was a competitive tennis player in college.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not true. I mean, everything I just said is a lie.
You're a liar. Well, do you think tennis is exciting?
No.
No.
I mean, I like playing. Do you like playing?
Oh, I can't even hit it. I can't hit the ball. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have no hand-eye coordination
Candace,
whatsoever.
Okay, so you're not good at tennis.
No,
Yesterday you said you
horrible.
can't rap.
No,
you said
I'm
you
the
couldn't
worst.
sing Sweet Home Alabama.
Well, I just can't. I don't know the lyrics. If I
Right.
knew the lyrics, I could sing that.
All right. Well, what do you do well?
I'm still looking for that.
I didn't mean it as a dig. I thought, maybe she's got something.
No, he's messing with me. I got a lot of things up my sleeve.
I didn't want to say anything. I
Not
thought
wearing
whatever I
sleeves.
say is going to come off wrong and sexist, but I thought it.
Hey, did you bring something for me today?
I did, Candace.
I thought you did. I had an idea that you might have.
Thank you for looking at the teleprompter to remind me. Candace, you know how you've been providing videos all week?
No, I know that.
Well, I found a video to present as kind of a penultimate day on the show going
No
away
way.
present.
Did you really?
I found a video that I really liked a lot that I thought I would share it a lot. I thought I would share it with you.
And you think I'll like it?
I know you'll like it if you like things that are adorable and things that go really, really fast.
Well, then I'm going to love it.
Yeah, sure. Seems cute now, but that's how they're powering their hamster-generated death ray. Hamsters do have a lot of fun in the 2 weeks that they're alive, don't they?
They are not alive for 2 weeks. I had a bunch of hamsters growing up.
You
and
did?
yeah, Nibbles too.
I had a hamster named Nibbles.
Shut up!
We just had one. My son got one, a hamster named Nibbles.
And it only lived for 2 weeks?
No.
It's still alive?
No. About 3 months. And then the old
all?
flusheroo down the toilet, yeah.
Our die that soon. Well,
how long did
my
you-
brothers did climb on the roof and broke its neck and died. Well, I don't know how long Nibbles 1 lived, but we returned Nibbles on Christmas Day because he nibbled on my finger and drew blood, so we returned Nibbles. And we got Nibbles 2, and Nibbles 2 lived for years.
Oh, good for Nibbles, too.
Yeah. And then he died.
Yeah, well, you know what happened in Nibbles 1, right?
What?
They put him down. You know they put him down. I just want you to know that when you bring it.
No, they don't do that.
You think they're selling used merchandise at the pet store?
Yes.
No, you bring that hamster back. They're like, oh yeah, we'll take care
Well,
of
the
Nibbles.
Nibbles 1 deserved it, because Nibbles was a mean hamster.
It was a nibbler.
I was going to say something bad, but I can't on TV.
Yeah. No
Any-
hamster slurs, please.
I won't. And finally, here's some deleted footage from Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, featuring one of the greatest actors of our time, Nicolas Cage, without the benefit of fiery special effects.
Say what you want. Still better than the Wicker Man.
I didn't see that movie, but so I don't really know what's going on there. But it looks like he's either about to bite him or make out with him.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't see the movie either. Wait, let me see.
That's scary.
I could win an Oscar for that.
You could, because he did win an Academy Award.
Not for that, but he did win an
No,
Oscar. Academy
clearly
Award.
not for that. But isn't it also true that he didn't really have to wear that makeup for that, and he
That's
just
what
did
they
it
were
for
saying.
himself or for the other actors?
Yeah, they were saying there was actually no reason for him to put on that makeup. This is something he chose to do every day when they were
I
shooting.
guess that's his like method acting.
I think it was his audition to get into Kiss.
I like it. All right, that's all the Around the Net we have today. And now some apps based on movies like The Dark Knight Rises and Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Sure, they'll turn those movies into games, but I cannot get a bite on my pitch for the app on Golden Pond.
I don't think that would make a very fun game.
Oh yeah, it would. You could fish for dead loons and then weep uncontrollably.
The best movies of the summer may have come and gone, but you don't have to lose any sleep over it, because we found some great games based on this summer's hottest flicks. Put the year's most anticipated movie into your pocket and defend Gotham from evil on the go with the official mobile game for The Dark Knight Rises. Shadows are your most important weapon, and stealth is key to getting the drop on Bane's henchmen. But that doesn't mean Batman can't hold his own in a fight. Unlock sweet cinematic finishing moves as you rack up combos by punching, kicking, and bataranging your enemies. Earn credits, which you can then use to upgrade Batman's fighting abilities, unlock new gadgets, and even access signature vehicles like the Batpod. So instead of trying to talk your friends into going back to the theater for the 6th time, don the mask yourself and bring justice to the streets of Gotham for $6.99 on any Apple or Android device. Next, step out from the shadows and into the bright city lights of New York in The Amazing Spider-Man. The game relies on its impressive open-world gameplay, allowing you to walk or web-sling your way through 5 distinct districts of New York City. Fight the Lizard and his minions using a flurry of ranged and melee attacks to form combos. Use your web to bring a distant enemy close to you, and then unleash a rage of punches and kicks to knock him out in a flash. The higher your combo, the more damaging your assault will be. Completing side missions earns you cash, which you can spend at the in-game shop on cool stuff like a camera that allows you to take in-game photos. Spanning more than 25 full-fledged missions, this is a bargain for Spidey wannabes at only $7 for your Apple or Android device. And finally, maybe you want a break from the big Hollywood blockbusters of summer. Then you should check out Manos, The Hands of Fate. Made famous by the wisecracking crew on the hit show Mystery Science Theater 3000, this may be one of the worst movies ever made, but it's surprisingly a really great game. You play as Mike, lost on vacation and trying to find the Valley Lodge so your family can sleep for the night.
Using only your revolver, you'll battle your way through snakes, ghosts, zombies, giant ostriches, and even a couple of drunk teenagers who chuck beer bottles at you. The game is simple, bare-bones platforming. You can jump and shoot, and that's about it. Each level contains a hidden hand of fate, as well as numerous power-ups like increased health, extra lives, and a crazy powerful shotgun. Collecting all the hands of fate is the only way to unlock the game's happy ending. But be warned, this is retro gaming at its finest. There are no checkpoints. Once you start, you only have 5 lives to get as far through the game as possible, and once those lives are up, you have to start all over again from the beginning. Available now on iOS, embrace the retro games of your youth while remembering one of the best Mystery Science Theater episodes ever for only $1.99. So there you have it, 3 great games based on some of our favorite films. Can next summer just hurry up and get here already?
All the news you need to know. Read.
It's Thursday, August 30th, and here are your top stories. Here's some Amazon news that is making headlines today. First up, the Kindle Fire is currently sold out, and Amazon isn't releasing any information as to when it will be back in stock. But there is speculation that this might be because a new model is on the way. There could be truth to this rumor, and here's why. Last year, Amazon filed a patent for a double-sided tablet. Get this, one side would be an e-ink screen for e-reading, and the other would be an LCD display to watch movies. This news is breaking just a few days before an Amazon press event on September 6th, so don't worry, we'll keep you posted on what happens. Now, The Avengers is returning to theaters tomorrow. Yeah, in a last-chance effort to snub Titanic's record and become the new highest domestic grossing film of all time. Apparently, Avengers is in a close second right now, trailing Titanic by just $40 million. Rumor has it Marvel is throwing in some additional footage at the end of the film as extra incentive for moviegoers. Maybe an Iron Man 3 trailer, I hope. Anyways, it seems like a safe bet to assume the Avengers will triumph in this box office competition. It'll be back for only 1 week, so if you missed it the first time around or want to watch it one last time on the big screen, here's your chance. All right, now listen up. There's a new incentive to travel. Virgin Airlines has just announced that whoever racks up the most frequent flyer miles between now and August 7th of next year will win a free trip to space. Yes. The contest is open to anyone, but you're probably going to have to log some serious air miles to be in the running. The lucky winner will join 500 other people who have already purchased the $200,000 ticket for a seat on the Virgin Galactic Spaceship 2. Word is everything should be ready to launch next year. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Stay tuned. Comedian Dave Hill will be live.
The feed is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Is here to share his tasteful nudes with us. Please welcome author, comedian, musician, genius, Dave Hill.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Michael Ian Black.
So nice to have you on the show.
Oh.
I always enjoy seeing you. We are friends in real life and friends
Likewise.
on the TV, so it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Great. Hanging out as we would.
As we would on sort of uncomfortable chairs in a television studio.
Yeah.
So I know you from more New York. We're shooting this right now in Hollywood, California, where the stars are.
Land, the home of the stars.
Home of the stars. And it's probably nice for you to get away from New York. It is for me.
It is, yeah. In fact, I had to get out. There was, I don't know if you have time for this, but
we'll make time, Dave Hill.
I had an incident right recently before I came out here where I was going to do a show, as we do in show business. I was going out to Brooklyn, and I was wearing a suit, and I spent like 6 to 8 hours on my hair. I looked incredible. And I was getting on the subway, though I am a man of people. I was taking the subway. And right before I went down there, I was like, oh, I'm so hungry. And there's a gyro cart, so I get a gyro, and I was just like, oh, told him to really go for it with the sauces. And I go on, I get on the subway, and it's like, I'm eating, and the sauces are going all over, and I realize it's like, it's rush hour, I'm probably stinking up the whole car with my gyro, and I'm thinking people are probably looking at me like, that guy looks incredible. But it's not very cool, like, what he's doing with the gyro. So I think I'll get off, finish the gyro, get back on. So I get off the next stop, finish the gyro. I'm looking for someone to throw the wrapper. There's no trash can. And I set it down. You know, in the end of the subway platforms, they have the black metal storage bins?
No.
Not like a Norwegian black metal storage
Oh,
bin.
okay. That's what I thought you meant. Now I see.
No. Like no, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. It's only a matter of time. But anyway, the regular black metal storage bin. So I'm like, well, it's better than throwing it on the ground. I'll set it here. And then all of a sudden I hear this like rustling and rumbling, and it turns out there's this homeless guy camped out on the other side of the storage bin. And he gets up and he's like, his hair's all over, and he's yelling at me. He's like, back up, and I'm thinking like, what's this guy gonna do? I move like a little bit, but I figure like, whatever.
You figure I look incredible.
Yeah. Like,
what's he gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm impenetrable. And so he keeps screaming, like, back up. And this guy was like seriously homeless. It wasn't like a phase he was going through. Like he's crazy.
Right. The way people sometimes do. They're like, I think I'll be homeless for a while. This guy meant it.
Yeah. His lifer. And so, but it occurs to me like this might not even be about me. This could be about, he might be yelling at an imaginary guy who's kind of hanging out right where I'm standing. And so I'm still not moving. Then he goes like, back up or I'll throw this bottle of piss on you. And then like a ninja or something from out of nowhere, he's got like a Gatorade bottle. Only it's not like, you know, when you get it, like, hang on, I'm going to grab a Gatorade real quick. It's like the kind, it's a giant size, really. It's like, I only drink Gatorade. The big, giant size. And have you ever peed in a bottle?
Sure, many times.
So you know, but the reason
in between commercial breaks I was doing that. It's right back here.
Ugh. But the reason I bring it up is if you haven't, most people haven't, they think like, I just pissed like 6 or 8 gallons. But if you know this, even when you go really badly, it's not that much. So to fill up a huge bottle would take a week, maybe 2 weeks. Now, if you factor in that the homeless are historically dehydrated people, this is like 3.
No, that's true. I've read the historical text.
Look it up.
They are historically dehydrated.
Yeah, look it up. It's in there. So he's like, back up, and he says it as if like I have some options, I can wait. But before he even finishes the sentence, he like launches the whole bottle, the contents, and like homeless or not, his aim's like incredible, like not a drop at first, like blow, like hits, messes up this hair, and
Stop
then
right there because that's the biggest tragedy of all.
I know. And then my suit, my jacket, soaks my pants, soaks through to he had effectively wet my pants with his pee. And I'm just like, so at this point in the story, I'm getting a bit irritated, and I'm like, what? You know, I think like normally, like, oh, Dave, what would you do if someone just drenched you in their own piss? I'd like, oh, I'd kill that guy, but like that wasn't I was just like, I'm getting out of here, because if you think like if your first move in a confrontation is if your opponent's first move is to just drench you in his own piss, like what is next? Like, it's got like a.
I know what's next, and you don't want to be there when that happens.
No, but it was also nice. I got outside, and I was like, people are always like, oh, New York's losing its edge, it's gone soft. But then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know, I think this town's back, you know? It's nice. It's nice. It's sweet. I mean...
Well, let's talk about the book.
Oh, my
Tasteful Nudes.
Tasteful Nudes.
Which is,
it's the best book.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but it's a very good book.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's a very good book. It's very funny. It's also very touching. And there's great things in it. There's a story in there about being nude.
Yeah. What happened with me was I got asked to report. There's this group in New York, clothing optional dinners, they're called. And only the option, they don't rarely exercise the option to keep their clothes on, as it turned out. But they were going on like a cruise around this little boat around New York, and so I went on it, and they knew I was like reporting on it. So I took my shirt off, because I thought that's like I'll throw them a bone or whatever. But they were just like, what? That's nothing. And so they were being like, oh, look, this is just about, you know, sharing an interest in being in our natural state. This isn't about sex or checking out each other's junk or anything. I'm like, okay. And then finally, as the night wore on and the drinks were flowing and Donna Summer was playing on the PA, like, I eventually, you know, I get down to my boxers, and they're just like, what's that? Like, what? We can't do anything.
That's
with that.
nothing.
Nothing. So I finally got naked, all eyes on Prize. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, yeah, we're swingers. Like, you should join us. We have this other, like, I have a polyamory group. Like, we meet on the beach and, you know, blindfold each other. Whatever. Like, basically, the gloves were off, and they were, so... it was just all good times all the time.
But I just want to understand, it's a naked dinner?
Yes.
Because that's the last way I want to eat my dinner. Is like with pubes sprinkled everywhere.
I know, there's no...
Well, come on, grow up. We all have them.
Well, you stand corrected, because a lot of them didn't. They were shaved and waxed. But you're right, they have all this, like, bow tie pasta. I mean, it's a lovely buffet, but no pud guard or anything.
Oh, no pud guard?
No, you put a set of a
no.
pud guard. Like the vinaigrette, guys were just dunking right in there. Not even realizing it. Just, don't go near any of the room temperature stuff.
Right.
The hot stuff, they're like, they know, but, yeah, So that's the first essay.
Well, it's as I said, it's a great book. Please get it if you haven't read it already. Tasteful Nudes is the book. Thank you, Dave Hill. The book's in bookstores now. Stick around. More Attack of the Show right after this.
On the next Attack of the Show.
Torchwood's Captain Jack Harkness, John Barrowman himself, takes over as co-host all week long. Then I'll be sitting down with WWE diva Eve Torres, who's back from her mission on Stars Earn Stripes. Plus, on DVD Day, Chris Gore checks out Jason Statham's Space and the B-movie awesomeness that is Piranha 3 Double D. And Matt Meyer rates Olympus's 16-megapixel Micro Four Thirds EM5 camera on Gadgetron.
It's on the next Attack of the Show.
Alrighty, let's check out the Twitter wall.
Check it out. Which one do you want to read? Van
Yes.
Subs?
Uh-huh.
I always had a feeling that Michael Ian Black was a robot. I mean, look at that iron-like jaw and those sharp, dodgy eyes.
I'm not a robot, Candace.
Did you just malfunction?
I did my robot malfunction, yeah. I'm not a robot. Where am I?
And surprise! It's giveaway time! For that sweet, you get the Battleship movie, now available on DVD and Blu-ray, Battleship iPad game, and an iPad! Amazing! If you want to be a part of the show and end up on our Twitter wall, tweet us at AOTS or use the hashtag AOTS.
Wow, that is such a great giveaway.
I know. Do you wish you got it?
Well, I, since being here, have received 1 free hot cocoa.
Yeah, only one?
Yeah, and then Thursdays I found out are free bagel day.
Yes, free bagel day! Every Thursday is free!
Well, I didn't find out about it till I'd already eaten, so it was a total waste
that's a
for me.
bummer. Well, next Thursday you can come by. Thanks to Dave Hill, Bill Nye, and Sarah Underwood, and this goes